Hello and welcome to a new series of citiesabc.com interviews with global thought leaders and people that are changing the world. We are here together to celebrate leadership and innovation in the mostly biggest areas of everything related with that is happening in terms of cities, in terms of innovation, how we can actually use the different areas of technology to improve the world and as well to get the best access to profiles and different things. citiesabc.com is a new 4AR smart cities digital platform for reinventing and uniting cities and of course connecting different players, universities, citizens and companies that are bringing new areas of creativity, business, retail, and solutions, especially in the areas of fourth industrial revolution, and of course, blockchain, artificial intelligence, and all the areas related with these foundational technologies. Today, we have with us Jason Jang, that is the director of TNC IT Group, which is a big platform that has a vision that I deeply admire in the sense of trying to do something that so far has been failing in the blockchain and the crypto industry, that is uniting different currencies, uniting different platforms in order to create a retail platform that actually can get more users and as well unite the blockchain space. And it has a vision as well to unite a lot of developers, a lot of brands in terms of a platform that is the Buyaladdin Pro shopping mall. So Jason, welcome on board. It's a pleasure to have you here.
Thank you, Dennis. Really pleasure to joining you guys, and really thank you for introducing me in such a great way.
No, it's a pleasure. And I'm actually, of course, a legal disclaimer. I'm an advisor of you guys, but one of the things that I really admire, and I hope you succeed, and I will be helping as much as possible, is the vision of uniting the crypto and the blockchain world, which is kind of probably the biggest challenge, is that there's a lot of great things happening, but we don't have an alignment still. But well, before we go there, so you are from South Korea, working right now in Dubai. Can you tell us about who you are, where you're coming from? And I think it's good to understand the education and the background of people, especially the leaders of the world.
Okay. So let's just start with my name and my position first, I guess. My name is Jason Jang. I am Korean, but I studied and lived in the US for 18 years. My background with the blockchain starts in 2016, and actually starts from 14, but I actively worked with blockchain in 16. First, I was introduced with the R&D center. So we were start developing what's the token, what's the coin. And after 6 months of doing that, we have in needs of running the mining machine. So we did a crypto farm in South Korea, Kazakhstan, and Mongolia. And we were running 14,000 machines like S9, S11, or Litecoin and Dashcoin machine was keep running. After generating all those, learning what POW really is, then we start developing exchanges. So KCX is Korea Crypto Exchange. The first model I was really lucky enough to work together and develop and start learning what's the centralized exchange and decentralized exchange. And then what happened was 2018 early, the crypto fall happened. So everything plunged down to very low price. All the mining machine farm was having difficulty because the electricity fee was higher than what we can get from the machine. So then I walked away from all the company and I start consulting companies. So how to develop, how to list, and how to activate. And I was doing that for 2 years. Then I was lucky enough to join TNC, and we were start structuring what this crypto can be in reality. But the funny thing is, at that moment, nobody was expert. There's no degree for blockchain. Somebody's coming from cryptographic, somebody's coming from the engineering, somebody's coming from the marketing. So everyone was just jumping in and crazy. And let me add my background a little bit more. I was an architect. Then I was studying philosophy. I was studying mathematics, art, everything. So my background is a little bit different than others. So I start uh, processing and developing myself as a blockchain study person. So I start studying every single coin background, platform background, mainnet background. Then it ends up here. So I put everything together and start looking at crypto market. Even though everything is falling through the ICO and IEO, users are getting really angry because they lose their asset, right? So what we did with TNC was we start searching around 2,000 companies in CoinMarketCap listed companies. And when we look at it, there's some company has really low volume and somebody has like 98% fall of asset loss. And some companies not even existing, but they're still on the chart. So then our team 2 years ago start searching around the world, what kind of cryptocurrency companies existing out there, and how can we save this market? Because we start learning that users are getting expanded bit by bit, but is continuously growing. So we see the potential of put those users into one pot, then we can make actual platform working. Because when I review nearly 420 companies out there, I was advisors once. I was sometimes claiming them as a scam company. So going through 420 companies, I've been learning there's got to be a way to protect user. If we don't protect user, the crypto will lose power from the public because they will no longer trust this will work. So what we did with the cryptocurrency in TNC is we call crypto merger project, meaning as we are setting down 500 companies out there who had a potential technology, yet they have a financial difficulty or market difficulty, and there's so many obstacles they're having. Only way to save them is give them a chunk of money. I mean, money will solve, right? But yet investors are dried out and they don't see the potential anymore. So they are very reducing their way of investing to crypto companies. So in we think reversely. Why don't we get away from the current actual money and try to revive it within cryptocurrency? So cryptocurrency merger project is not involving money. It's only involving swapping of token. By swapping it, we can get as many users as possible. So first goal of TNC is getting massive user. But by merging means not killing the company. Merging means only taking the user community and exchange. So company will still develop their own mainnet technology, blockchain technology, and we will wait till the right moment to deploy that project again under TNC umbrella. But then we will save them by swapping it, meaning as Dinis, you know really well about this. Token economy will shows that 35% is public sales. Rest is for advisor, PR marketing, or reserve. So those tokens are actually asset, yet they cannot sell it, right? So it should be remain in their foundation wallet or somewhere. But now by doing swapping, they can cash them out. By cash them out, they can get away from their financial difficulty to survive, and we are pushing them to develop further. While we're doing this, we set as 500 companies, but we're gonna divide that into 5 groups, so 100 each. So each merger process will happen with 100 companies. Within that 100 companies, we will finish one step. Then we go to second 100 companies, third 100 company, and we will finally finish all 500. Then we will become one of the biggest crypto asset owned company. Right now, TNC issued 1 trillion token, but people will think like, are you crazy? You're 1 trillion, how are you gonna make that asset running? Even though it's 1 trillion, like I said, unless 500 companies join fully, 1 trillion will not be activated. The reason that we start with the ERC20 is because ERC20 is the most famous in crypto market right now. And when we try to swap and save those companies, it has to be one of the top ranked or top kinds of cryptocurrency to merge. So then we start with the ERC20, yet not like any other companies, we will develop our own mainnet. But people will think this. Mainnet development is difficult because there's not many users. If we have a market open, if we have enough users, the mainnet will run within itself. So after doing that, that's the merging part. Second part is you kind of mentioned about Aladdin Pro. Aladdin Pro is hybrid wallet. It has user-focused asset wallet. So with that user coming into Aladdin Pro to join the project, we have user-friendly and user-protective platform is actually running with a blockchain behind it. So all the cryptocurrency will come into the blockchain company and get secured, and they can enjoy their life, meaning as when blockchain company comes out and say something very fantastic is we're going to do this, we're going to do that. No, the new market is not going to be created with a blockchain. Blockchain will be applied towards traditional market. So traditional market will be controlled by blockchain in certain segment. That's what we are doing. So second part is we call Buyaladdin shopping mall. This is decentralized, uniting e-commerce around the world. We will deploy this project in 4 different countries to start, and we will reach out as far as we can go. Meaning as Buyaladdin shopping mall is gathering all users to let them compare all the products out there in one-stop searching. TNC is first investor of Buyaladdin Shopping Mall, and Buyaladdin Shopping Mall is using Aladdin Pro Wallet, which is hybrid wallet, behind it. If you think a little bit deeper, all these Aladdin Pro Wallet users are TNC merger company clients. So very closely, it's all uniting together. So not like any other companies, where the profit coming, where the profit generating. We will not make any money through the merger. We will not make any money through the selling the Pro Wallet. But in future, with that amount of user, that amount of a market, there's a second tier and third tier of market making, meaning advertisement, more PR marketing will happen. So that's in future. So enormous of effort, enormous of manpower, and enormous of money is jumping into TNC. So TNC is actually token and coin. So we built this company to revive the cryptocurrency market. So in future, what we like to do is through saving this cryptocurrency market, we can change the perspective and the viewpoint from the user. Because till this moment, 2020, early 2020, people still think that cryptocurrency is only for trading. They heavily depend on the exchange. But when we built our own, when we issue our own token or coin, the reason behind it is we want to let people use this in their daily life. So TNC is major focus is make sure cryptocurrency will enter into the market.
That's quite impressive. So I think before we go, I have a lot of questions in what you just said, but I want to ask one question. Being like you said that you were well, more than 10 years in US, but as well being South Korean. If you look right now in terms of mainstream use of cryptocurrencies, you would say that probably the biggest markets in the world are South Korea and Japan. At least I'm talking from mainstream use, not from a trading, like you said. There's one thing is using cryptocurrencies purely for trading. The other thing is used in the day-to-day operations and things like that. Could you tell us a bit of that background being South Korean? Because I think that's important that I think especially in the Western world, when you talk about crypto, we have to separate crypto. People think immediately about trading.
Okay.
And then blockchain, of course, there's a lot of usage of blockchain. And then, of course, there's the demystification of this. I would like to touch that because I know that is one of your mission statement. But I think in order to understand, especially for, let's say, European people that are mostly just probably looking at crypto as well, initially in the ICO part, but now no one does ICOs anymore. So I would like to hear your opinion from you, especially being in South Korea, but as well with experience in mining, building crypto working on blockchain, and now, of course, building a major platform on this.
Okay. All right. So if you think about the South Korea, it's a very small country. We have like 50 million people population total. In
Well, it's not
this
so
type
small
of
if you compare with most of the countries in Europe. That is the size
all
of
right.
US, UK, so
Okay.
more or
If you
less.
think about this small country, only exit that we had was technology. That's why Samsung, Hyundai, they are all focused on heavily in early adapting technology. We're so lucky to have 5G adapted. First country ever in the history having 5G city within the country. So, meaning as blockchain, when it comes out, we need a fast connection. We need all this transaction must happen in fast TPS, right? But behind that, you must have a communicational channel open for it. Without that, it's impossible. So that's why it was very charming for Korean to adapting cryptocurrency first. But this is a little bit dark story about the South Korea. South Korea was first country who adapt cryptocurrency and have massive exchange adapting also. But then what we didn't have was a regulation. So opening the registering the exchange was very easy, and liquidation was very easy. So everyone started jumping into South Korea, just like Malta did. So everyone just come in, try to make cash out of it. And I still remember 2017, there's something called kimchi premium. It's meaning as Korea, South Korea cryptocurrency is about 20% higher than any other country's rate. Meaning as people will start travel those coin into Korea to cash out and bring it out. Then they just make easy 20% of margin. So with that intention and with that all like interest around the world, South Korea was becoming ICO favored country. So if you think about it, there are I still remember 2018 was every single day was event. A hotel, B hotel, convention, there's a forum. But if you think about it, those speakers come and go to just advertise their blockchain company, their cryptocurrency, and massively ICO participation happen, and then they disappear. So South Korea was very heavily favored with the cryptocurrency. Yet if you think about the dark part, we lost so much money. It's close to 20 billion USD worth of money is gone. It's not the corporate, it's not the government, but the public's money was evaporated with the cryptocurrency. So with that heat, it's driving forward, meaning as that many people are using cryptocurrency, and they are, if you think about it, if you go to Korea right now, even like age 70 or late 60 people, they are using wallet. That was just so amazing for me because my mom and dad is 70, but they don't know how to use cryptocurrency. But many people in Korea were adapted already, meaning as they're crypto friendly. If you think about it, cryptocurrency, not the coin part, token part. Dinis, have you ever used a credit card or have you ever flight over somewhere? There's a mileage point, right? All those gift points is a lot like token. So if you travel any world, you see people start using credit card and they are using digital money, and they will adapt crypto very fast, like Korea. Korea was like that because we don't use paper money much. We all use digital cash, which is Samsung Pay, WeChat Pay, Alipay. All those digital transaction is very adaptable because it's 5G background. Within that technology, blockchain will go forward. So let me say this again, smart city or smart crypto city, there's so many projects going on around the world. First thing they need to know is public awareness. They need to be mature enough to use digital asset. When they are mature enough to use digital asset, then crypto asset is also usable. Volatility exchange problem is later. First of all, user must conveniently use what we can provide. So South Korea right now is very comfortable using something they cannot see, which is virtual or crypto, whatever you call it, they will trust and use it. So I know you have a really big project going on with like Africa or some other countries, Malaysia. Let me give you one example for Malaysia. If you go to Malaysia, you go to the market and look at those people. Are they using paper money or credit card?
Yeah, probably paper money is still very big on
Yeah,
the
that
low
means
rates.
it's not ready yet. So with South Korea example, what we can tell is first, make sure people are aware of what this is. It's not just overnight making millions of dollars. It is convenient life. If they understand that, crypto will be very fastly adaptable. But some countries think that, oh, if I invest money here, then I can make 10 times, 20 times, 30 times. When they think of this as an investment, now problem will start.
So that is picking on that. That's actually what I like about TNC IT and the vision of Aladdin Pro. How can you, because it has a huge amount of perception, like you said, because like you said, that's why I mentioned South Korea. I know that people are much more prepared for this, but in the
Mhm,
rest of the world, we're not. And that's partly one of the failures of crypto. Let's be honest, even
mhm,
if we wanted to succeed, crypto has been failing. Let's be honest.
mhm,
It's been failing as a adoption. We don't have
mhm,
hundreds of millions of people, and we have a lot of challenges. I think actually, crypto has been failing probably in some ways more. I'm talking about general cryptocurrencies, not because if you Bitcoin, of course, didn't fail, but even the usage is not as big as people probably want to do because it's still controlled by a series of whales or
yes.
that means for the ones that don't know, it's people that have a huge amount of Bitcoin. And
Mhm,
there's a lot of challenges that mostly are kind of creating a bit of inside corruption. So how would you say, and I think you touched the main point, is that any technology or any solution, whatever financial or technological driven, only makes sense if it creates usability for people, if it creates
mm,
utility, like you mentioned.
yeah.
So how do you intend TNCIT and Aladdin Pro to achieve that? Because that's the biggest golden important rule here.
Yes. Okay. With the TNC, we will unite cryptocurrency first. Okay. So crypto friendly users first. And with the Buyaladdin shopping mall, we're gonna give them a taste of how to use cryptocurrency easily to shopping or purchasing or even banking. Meaning as, I mean, there's many people say about the POS, proof of staking. Dinis, I want you to just pay attention and next one whole week, look around and see the company with a POS concept. By staking it, you are not generating any extra cash. By storing in locked wallet, they will not gain interest, right? If you think about banking, bank is giving you interest because you are permitting them to use that money to do other investment, right? So in future, POS model is just like the financial market, meaning as uh, people should understand and trust and put their money down and get share. So that's not like security point of view. So when the company builds something and let people use something well, so what we need to do is make sure people will get the benefit. If any person who hold cryptocurrency will feel good about buying something with it or gaining their asset bigger than today, so tomorrow will be better, month later will be better, then crypto will be very friendly to people. At this moment, people are very nervous because tomorrow maybe it will all plunge down to zero. Because the concept of cryptocurrency is they issue token out of nothing. So their basic value is zero. And put them on the exchange and people start trading will create the value out of nothing. This was the first wrong part of ERC20 ICO. So gaining the trust from the public is also gaining the trust that their asset, their value will be stable with a certain market visible. they can get something visible, meaning as they can purchase the product, food, anything that can they can enjoy. So it's just in a way of paper money into crypto is still same for us, but not to the public. To the public, blockchain sounds so fantastic, but I don't know. Cryptocurrency sound good, but I don't know how to get it. I don't know how to use it. Why? Because there's no market for it. Because only market right now is the trading center, which is exchanges. Now, make that happen is what TNC will do with our own effort. Try to bridging and connecting e-commerce into the market, e-commerce with the cryptocurrency. Second step will be online game platform will be using cryptocurrency because they are very digital adaptable. Then banking part. Banking part is really, really later. So what we will try to do, the biggest goal is make sure there is a market for cryptocurrency.
So
I hope.
no, no, I understand, and is the
Mhm.
vision is fantastic. So picking right now on your merger and acquisition. So let's pick, and I think it's important for someone that is, let's say, all the people that were in ICOs, like you said, and they lost money, or at least they. I think people don't at least the people that were actually very active on ICOs, they didn't lose so much money as I think. I
Mm,
think because they knew about what they're doing and they knew the risks as well. Like in any trading and investment, there's a lot of risks, but there was
yeah.
a vision of investing in a company that would create value and
Hmm.
it would create like a group, and there was a community, and that was actually
Hmm.
the wonderful vision of ICOs. If you
Hmm.
take the wrong people, like the dark side, like you mentioned. So
Yes.
now through the acquisition of these tokens and as well the merger, like you mentioned,
Hmm.
how are you engaging with the users? Because for instance, I was involved in a lot of ICOs, and some of these ICOs had like 20, 30, 50,000 people or
Hmm.
more. Okay. And are you engaging with these networks? Because that's, I think, if you look at this is affiliate marketing, and this is a great
Yes.
opportunity because the people will see, oh
Okay.
wow, I invest on this, but there's a live, there's some
Mm.
solution here. How are you
Uh,
tackling this?
with this crypto merger, TNC is trying to define new terms in crypto market, meaning as we didn't do any pre-sale, we didn't do any ICOA, meaning as our asset was 100% locked within us, and only way to travel out is through the merger, meaning is token swapping to those company who coming in. We are crediting them of the user coming in and community coming in, exchange rights coming in. So exchange is also one thing. We do have 11 active listing exchanges out there right now, and by next week we will expand to 20 or more. This is only possible because this is new term, Denise. Indirect listing, meaning as a token was listed already and we merged that token and community. By taking that token, TNC will replace their position in the exchange. By doing this, we will benefit many things. First, exchange will gain not massive, but more than before trading volume, because more people will coming in and try to cash out or purchase more. And because this token is not like any other token out there, we will have more than 100 exchanges later because more company will coming in. That means more network within the exchanges. So before there are some market makers or price fixers who's manipulating the crypto market and they harm people. But TNC will be too big to harm it, meaning as if it's only one or two exchanges, they will try to fluctuate the market price. But if it's more than 20, more than 30, more than 50 exchanges, they cannot do that because it's more stable after a while. And then what will happen is, not like bank, exchange will become a bank around the world, right? If you have TNC token, you can trade anywhere around the world. So indirect listing is one term I will make it. Second is crypto merger is another terms that we are making it. By doing this, we are rapidly expand into the market.
That's very interesting and very important. So one question just for the people that are asking, they
Hmm.
probably will ask, okay, what are the regulatory frame for your token? Because I think it's important to give, and I know that you guys did.
Regulatory.
Yeah.
Okay, you know what? SEC and FINMA, and there's so many regulation we have to bypass, right? But like I said, token swap is not money trading. Token swap is only token ratio swap. There's no money involved. That's one good thing. So no regulation applied here. Second, we didn't do pre-sale. We didn't do any ICO style, meaning as no asset, no actual asset involved in listing part. Meaning as when we open up to public, they can only purchase TNC through the exchange, meaning as it was born as crypto and act as crypto only. If we sell like with $1 or $2 before the listing, now we have to go through the SEC regulation and all this financial regulation. But TNC is, we did this financial structuring for 2 years and we launched it. So there's no law can apply towards token swap born crypto. No actual physical cash involved. After
So
we launch, oh yeah, go for
no,
it.
no, completely. No, finish that rationale. I want to ask some
Yeah.
things related to the token.
So only part people will think about the KYC part, AML part. It is
Yes.
all done deal with the exchange part because they liquidate through the exchange, not through us. But when people start register on the exchange, they have to do KYC. When they do KYC and if they are fiat related exchange, they do AML part also. So cashing out part is also not a problem with
No, very
TNC
smart.
project.
So in terms of let's say I'm a crypto user. I'm someone that wants to get into the platform. So how do I subscribe towards the Aladdin Pro shopping mall, which is the first stage,
Okay.
or I'm a previous user of the token and I want right now to get into the TNC. So can you give us these two variations?
Yeah. So first of all, TNC is only joinable with the crypto merger, so it's only crypto company part. So it's not app based. But the Aladdin Pro is a wallet you can download from Google Play or any app store. And Buyaladdin Shopping Mall, same thing. They are app. So they are having their app out there, people to download free and use it. If it's convenient, they can participate more. Uh, Token itself, like I said, through the exchange, they can purchase. And you can think of it as an investment sometimes, but I don't want people to think that. I want people to purchase TNC to use it somewhere, not purchase TNC, wait, and gaining a lot of cash.
I think it's very clear that, and I
Yeah.
think it's very wise as well, because this
Okay.
is, we need to be careful what is investment, what is the use of it, of the platform.
Dinis, I trust you so much, then I'll tell you one more secret of a future roadmap. TNC is trading token right now. Someday it will become TNC coin with a mainnet, right? When the coin morphing is happening, we will divide TNC in 3 sectors. TNC will burn and reduce the amount, right? As much as we reduce, they were asset also. We will create TNC security token. And this will become TNC asset and share. And then in future, Buyaladdin Shopping Mall will use TNC stable token. Then we will issue token out of it. And that's not listed token, but only tradable with a TNC trading token.
Is a future variation, yeah.
Yes. So this way, if we have a security part, stable part, and trading part, that way people will have easier way to adapt cryptocurrency.
Oh, very interesting. So coming back to the Aladdin Pro, because I think that's kind of the thing that can appeal to a bigger audience. So how are you launching? And I know that that the Buyaladdin Pro is a joint venture you have. So can you explain how it works? How can I get? I know that easy download it is straightforward, but it's not that part. It's what's on that for me. Let's say if I'm in the US or in the 4 countries that you mentioned, How can I get in?
First, we gotta set the term correct. Aladdin Pro is only wallet. I think Dennis, what you're mentioning is
Buyaladdin
Buyaladdin
Pro.
shopping
Yes,
mall.
exactly. Yeah.
Yes. So Buyaladdin is right now we are trying to open up in India, open up in Japan, open up in US, and open up in Korea. And in future, we love to touch Europe, but it's still a question mark there. The reason that we're doing this is because first of all is a regulation. Each country has different regulation and different taxation, so we need to bypass those first. So how you can use it first, think of Buy Aladdin as a searching tool, so that today, for instance, I'm drinking Coca-Cola right now. Maybe in Korea right now is only $2, but in US it's $1, but in Malaysia is, let's say, 75 cents. But in regular customer cannot find that, right? So any type of product you type in, and automatically in your region, let's say you are in London right now, then London chart will come out first. Then maybe US, Japan, Korea will comparable. So what I can say is any type of goods that you want to purchase through the e-commerce, Buy Aladdin is giving you a way of searching around the world without, what should I say, having a subscription. With one subscription, will bypass everything. So one click login, one click password generating, you can enter millions of shopping mall out there. For instance, let's say Denise, you and me, we don't have any ID and password for India shopping mall, right? Say
Yeah.
yes. But with Buy Aladdin shopping mall app, your one confirmation will create account in India. One click will create account in Africa. That is the beauty of Buy Aladdin Pro. So Buy Aladdin shopping mall is giving you a very convenient way to travel around the world with the screen and buy whatever you want to purchase.
No, I understand. So coming back to the four markets, so you starting. So is it possible already to get it in India, Japan, US, or Korea, or are you still launching it right now?
It is launched, and we are waiting till the TNC merger will finish first chapter, because TNC will provide all the users for Buy Aladdin. With the Buy Aladdin, starting with, we are estimating 9 million users will jump into Buy Aladdin. So once we finish first stage of merger in TNC, Buyaladdin will get boosted, and not like making profit, but giving them a tool. So people will think of Buyaladdin as a very easy path to shopping around the world.
Very interesting. And coming back to one of the things, so that you are focusing as well, and I think I don't want to go too much on the trading part. I think people can get that information.
Okay.
So in terms of the network of developers and the idea that you are trying to do around building a blockchain solutions and other areas. So can you tell us about that? We didn't touch
Okay.
that.
When we collect 500 companies in CoinMarketCap listed, we subcategorize 13 different sectors for blockchain development. So we choose those companies to merge into TNC. So like I said, we are not buying the whole company. We are only buying their community, right? So their technology and their engineers are joining TNC pool, meaning as we are building decentralized workforce. So TNC is getting all different types of blockchain development project. Then we share those projects with 500 companies out there. Those engineers will look at the project and they apply for it, and TNC will confirm and building a task force team. So by doing this, I hope within 5 years, TNC will become one of the biggest engineer holding blockchain company.
That's quite ambitious, and I think it's really necessary. So, I think, and I think in the sense of wrap up, we actually passed already the 40 minutes. So,
Okay.
just to understand in terms of, let's say, people around the world, they want to know more about TNC IT and about the Buyaladdin Pro
Hmm.
shopping mall.
Hmm.
What what things would you tell them right now? So the people that around the world never heard about you guys and want to know
Yes.
more about you guys, because our audience probably for sure didn't heard about you.
All
So it would
right.
be interesting, and we're getting a bigger audience, so it's interesting to hear how can they get engaged, find about you, and so forth.
Mhm. Hey guys out there, what I can promise you is you don't have to look into us. Someday, it could be 1 month later, it could be 1 year later, we will be there for you guys. And what we can tell you is we are not selling anything, we are not pushing anything. We just want to give an option. So if TNC or cryptocurrency is easy to use someday, then please look into us. TNC is only look into the markets to make it better, easier, faster. So what TNC can provide to you is conveniency and more comfortable way of doing such a things that you did before. Cryptocurrency, people think that is gambling. Cryptocurrency is too risky. That's only because certain cryptocurrency gave you wrong experience. TNC will definitely give you trustworthy experience. So if you see us in your country someday, make sure to tap it in. It's not going to cost you anything, but once you come in, you'll be very happy.
Fantastic. So I think just to wrap up, and for now, the people that are listening to us from India, Japan, US, and South Korea, they can already get engaged, no?
Yes.
So they can just download the app and start using it.
Download the Buyaladdin shopping mall app and they can start look around and see how convenient it is. Let me tell you one thing. We just launched, so that means I mean I'm not perfect person, and Buyaladdin also is not perfect app. More you use and more you tell us, we will morph into perfect stage.
Of course, yeah.
So more
It's in
participation.
beta. What you say is that
Yes,
you're in
yes,
beta, you would just launch it. Yes,
yes.
completely.
Uh, each market is owned by user. So users must participate and use it. Let us know, then we'll make it better.
And you're creating kind of community gathering ambassador programs to get the people to engage around the app or with the tokens that you hold.
Actually, you know what? After TNC first merger is finished, within a month probably. So by June, we'll massively go out there and try to knock on your doors.
Very good. Okay, well, I think we have a fantastic vision here, and as well already a lot of work done.
Mhm.
Jason, I want to thank you for all these insights. We're going to put all of this in the video interview text, both on our YouTube channels, podcasts, and as well on citiesabc.com. And I think I don't know if you want to say anything else for the audience, because I know that the ambition is great, but you are very down to earth. Just follow up last words.
Okay, last word. Don't be afraid of new things. This new thing is helpful, then just you can use it. If it's not helpful, you can just diss it. What we will do best is try to get to you and try to be friendly. So please think of us as a one other option that you can use. Then in future, something will change.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.